Hello guys, it is me again, it's HorrorFan34, and welcome back to another video. I know it's been a few days since I did a video. Just been taking it easy the past few days. I was a little bit under the weather. Like I explained in my other video, I was a little under the weather. I think I had a little bit of allergies, a lot of sneezing, sore throat, the sniffles, things like that. So after that video, I took it easy for a few days, just relaxed and things like that, and just got myself some rest. And feeling much better now. As you can tell, I'm not nasally anymore. Still have a little bit of that leftover cough, but nothing too big. But and on top of that too, I do have another video pre-recorded. I should be getting that up very soon. A buddy of mine who I talk about a lot on here has gotten me so many gifts for a while now, like all these posters and all the DVDs I've shown and Blu-rays. He got me another bag of goodies to make me feel better, because you know, I told him I was under the weather a little bit, and he was like, and he decided to just get me a bag of goodies, and I was not expecting that. So he said, like, hey, you know, let me cheer you up a little bit. Let me get you some goodies. And I was really surprised at what he got me. I was really surprised at some of the stuff that he did get me. So I was really happy with the goodies that I got from him. It was very unexpected. Was not expecting that whatsoever. He's a really good friend. So it's really good to have friends like that. So stay tuned for that video where I did that, showing off the goodies that he got me, because it was quite surprising of what he got me. I was really happy with it. So that was the start of already me getting better. And on top of that too, like I said, I'm much better now. And so I figured I would just do a separate movie review for today. And it's on a film that doesn't get talked about a whole lot. It didn't do well when it came out, but I find this film very entertaining, and that is Airheads, which I do have it on Blu-ray, which I hear actually the Blu-ray is actually out of print, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think from what I heard it's out of print, and it's really goes for a lot of money now. I also own the film on DVD as well. I think that DVD does have a couple features on it, but not too much, while this has nothing on it, which is a shame, because I'd like to see some features on this film, like new interviews and things like that. But I mean, Airheads, I mean, this is a film that I always really enjoyed. Really enjoy this film a lot. Stars, you got Brendan. It has a really great cast. You have Brendan Fraser, Steve Buscemi, and Adam Sandler as your three leads. And then the supporting cast, you have you have Ernie Hudson, Chris Farley, Michael McKean, Judd Nelson, Michael Richards, Joe Mantegna, David Arquette, even people like Harold Ramis, things like that. The story is very simple. You have these three guys in a band known as the Lone Rangers. Brendan Fraser's character is trying to get Judd Nelson's character, who's like a record company guy, to try to get them to listen to their demo, but you know he's not interested in it. So basically, these three guys ended up going to a radio station where you have Michael McKean, who is pretty much the jerk-off boss of the company, of the radio station. You have Joe Mantegna as the radio host, and basically what ends up happening is that Michael McKean doesn't want their demo played. He's not interested, and they basically they hold the radio station hostage with these toy water pistols, like these toy water guns, but they're really filled with like hot sauce. And they take hostages to get their demo played on the radio, and then the whole thing with the cops outside and things like that. Ernie Hudson and Chris Farley played two of the cops, which is a lot of fun. Especially Chris Farley, he's a lot of fun. And that's basically what the entire film is about. Now, this film has a really underrated. I love the whole chemistry between these three guys right here. Brendan Fraser is the guitar player, you have Steve Buscemi as the bass player, and Adam Sandler as the drummer. And basically, you have a lot of really great fun moments of dialogue, like especially this one scene when the cops are trying to negotiate with them, and you have Harold Ramis, who is part of the cops, but he's really pretending like to be like a part of this record company and all that stuff. And then they start asking him questions, and then there was like this one question they asked him, and it's like, who will win in a fight, Lemmy or God? Lemmy. God. Trick question. Lemmy is God. You know, that was a lot of fun. And then the whole thing where it's like, you know, you have Joe Mantegna as the radio host, and Joe Mantegna was really good in this film as well. Michael McKean does a great job playing the, I guess you could say, evil boss. You know, it's like, how come everybody else gets a chair? Okay, everybody else gets a chair, but you. And some of the other supporting cast members as well. Some of the people that work in the radio station. You have people like Michael Richards, who was on the TV show Seinfeld, is one of the guys that works there. He's like a guy who's like a nerdy looking guy who's like going through the ventilation systems and trying to get some help and things like that. You also have a girl that works there, I think Nina Shamasko. If anybody remembers the movie License to Drive, she was Corey Haim's older sister. She's one of the people that works at the radio station, and she falls for Adam Sandler's character. And basically the whole thing where, and you have this really funny scene at a nightclub where you actually have White Zombie playing there. White Zombie makes an appearance at this club that Chris Farley goes to because the tape ends up getting destroyed, and the only other person has a copy of their demo is Brendan Fraser's girlfriend, who kicked him out of the apartment at the beginning of the film. And then you have the scene where Chris Farley has to go and try to find her, and he goes to this nightclub, and this guy is like messing around with him. He's like, "What are you gonna do about it, fat boy?" And he has like all these piercings on him, and Chris Farley takes one of his piercings and rips it off, and he goes, "Improvise." And Chris Farley's a lot of fun in this film. Chris Farley, really do miss the guy. You know, and you even have appearances by people like, even Beavis and Butthead have a cameo when they call in on the radio. And you also have another really funny scene with dealing with Harold Ramis. Like he says to these guys, "Man, you guys can be like the next Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch." And then Steve Buscemi's character goes, "Man, Marky Mark, man, that guy sucks." You know, just I thought that was a lot of fun too. I mean, Steve Buscemi is a lot of fun in this film. He really does kind of steal the show out of the three guys, in my opinion. I mean, Steve Buscemi is just a lot of fun. And you even have a cameo appearance by Lemmy from Motorhead, who's in a cameo in this film. David Arquette basically plays a stoner in this film. David Arquette's a lot of fun in this. Reg E. Cathy, I think that's the guy's name, who's no longer with us anymore, also plays one of the guys who works at the radio station. And yeah, but this film is just a lot of fun. Like especially I love the whole joke about how when someone mentions that their band's name is the Lone Rangers, it's like, how can you guys be the Lone Rangers, but you're not alone? I have no idea what you're talking about. And I love the whole scene where, like, and of course, you know, at the very end, getting into the ending, but Judd Nelson comes to the radio station and offers them a contract, but it turns out it's kind of like a bogus kind of like contract, and Brendan Fraser wipes his butt wipes the contract with his. He uses the contract, uses it to wipe his butt, and Joe Mantegna's like, "Man, this guy wipes his butt with his record contract. Man, I love this guy." And Joe Mantegna in this film is a lot of fun. I think I like the fact that Joe Mantegna takes these guys' side, because you basically find out that Michael McKean's character, who's like the boss of the radio station, is gonna be like firing, letting go people because they're gonna be like changing their ways, and Joe Mantegna was gonna get let go, and the girl was, and that leads to them siding with the band, which I thought was a lot of fun. And you get to the whole ending where Brendan Fraser and his girlfriend make up. They get, you know, they're you know, the very last scene that you see of them is in prison. When they're playing their gig, And Ian is now, at the very end, Ian, Joe Mantegna's character is their manager now, and their thing goes triple platinum, and you find out that these guys went on to be successful and things like that. I love the whole scene where at the very end Joe Mantegna is calling up a guy and he's like, "Yeah, they'll go on tour in 6 months or maybe 3 months if they behave themselves." I know I said the ending, but still go out and check out this film. Airheads is a lot of fun. It's one of my personal favorite comedies of all time. It's one of the more underrated comedies. Love the cast. Brendan Fraser, Steve Buscemi, and Adam Sandler work really well together. And even Chris Farley, Ernie Hudson, Michael McKean, Judd Nelson, Michael Richards, Joe Mantegna. It's directed by Michael Lehman, same guy that did Hudson Hawk with Bruce Willis and Heathers. Did this film. This film is just a lot of fun. Really fun dialogue. It has a really great soundtrack. Really good cast. A lot of really good cameos. Yeah, this film is just a load of fun to watch. It's a really funny premise as well, with these toy guns full of hot sauce, and this film is just a lot of fun to watch. This is just a film that you can just pop in and have a good time with. And it's a really, really fun film. Really do enjoy this film. And so, there you go. That is my review for Airheads. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Alright guys, take care.